It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
There you go.
Do you think you'd be a good politician, Matt?
No,
At all?
I don't think so.
He can't tell a lie.
But you have
No,
like
I
the
can't
gift
lie
of
like
gab.
But he
Yeah, I
can't
can
tell
gab,
a
but
lie.
I can't lie.
He can't hold a secret.
I'd laugh. I'm a terrible secret holder.
Honestly, but if you were to laugh during a political speech, you might win the crowd over. This guy's likable. This guy's honest.
You know, when I did speeches, like laughing was definitely my route to success. But yeah, I couldn't hold together that long. You know, they do like 20-minute monologues.
You could. Oh, they do 20 minutes. Yeah,
oh
they
yeah,
do, yeah.
No, I'd like to lie extensively for a minute straight would be. I'd laugh.
Imagine
I'd
lying
break.
for your whole career.
No, that too.
Do you think you could do stand-up comedy?
I've never tried, so I don't know. Probably not. Probably not.
Would you be willing to like bomb the first like few times in order?
Oh,
to
for
get,
sure, absolutely.
Because that's just part of it. I can't wait for the world to open up again because I want to do open mics and I can't wait to bomb again.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
You are the bomb.
I'd love to see that.
So you would
I'd
love to see me
you
bomb?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but if I were to bomb, I don't want you guys to be in the crowd and give me any pity laughs. Nor do I want you guys to like be aggressive and boo.
I don't
at
think you
me.
can ask that out of this guy. I think he'd just be like, boo.
No, very supportive. You've seen me bomb once.
Yes, you've seen me bomb multiple times.
Yes, and we were very supportive of each other. We didn't
Okay.
give each other any pity laughs, but we were smiling in the dark in the back.
Here's the thing: is you can't be the only one laughing.
True.
Yeah. You're going to sound very weird. It's going to be forced. That's why you got to play in front of a drunk crowd.
The drunker the better.
Yeah. And the more people.
No. Not the drunker, the better. There is a level of cutoff.
The Philadelphia line.
The what?
The Philadelphia line. You know, like Bill Burr was talking about, like how he went off in Philadelphia when he was stand up. He was just like, oh, you guys are Eagles fans, and then he was like, boo. I don't know, but he tore up the crowd. He does the Bill Burr thing.
Well, because he's good. He could play with any crowd.
Yeah,
Great story.
Yeah.
I try.
Welcome, everybody.
Hey, welcome to another episode of ICBTB's Highly Irrelevant.
We have a new guest here with us today.
Yes.
We might have him back, but we may not. Let's see what happens.
And if he looks vaguely familiar, then you have the right train of thought because he should look vaguely familiar. Do you see that facial structure? You've seen that nose before. You've seen that facial hair. You've seen the similar
The facial hair,
sunglasses.
yes,
Do you want to introduce our very special guest today?
No, go ahead.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Do you do it?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have in the building our very own Matthew Middleton,
Hey.
the brother of Alejandro Middleton.
AKA Brown B.
Oh man,
Brown
Thank you
B.
for throwing it back.
That's a
Throwing it back.
cool nickname, though, Brown B.
Yeah, that
Can
was
you break
my
it down for us?
That was my
Explain it to
rap
us?
name, if you could believe it.
That's cool. I can believe it.
I thought I was cool. You know, we were all 19 once.
You were rapping at the age of 19. I think that's when most rappers like start.
Pop off.
Oh man, yeah, we had Fruity Loops, and we were trying to make some songs. It didn't come out the greatest, but
Did
it was a good
SoundCloud
time.
exist at the time?
No, I don't think so.
So what were you doing to promote your rap career? At the
Straight
time?
to YouTube.
Straight to YouTube, and
That's the way to do it.
yeah.
Actually, that's when YouTube was fresh. So I think if you had been consistent
If
with
we
it,
would have
maybe.
been any good, I mean, absolutely.
Rate
Maybe we could've-
yourself as a rapper from from that time from a scale of 1 to 10.
in comparison to other people who never released music.
In comparison to Eminem.
Oh man, so then if he's like the 10,
Yes.
we would be like a 1. I don't know. Like we're at the start. Some of the beats are really great. Some of the beats are not so great. But yeah, it was a good time.
What would you rap about?
It's parties.
Nice.
I don't know. Like I know it's
Very Asher Roth of you.
absolutely that was our generation, man. He was in college and we were in college. So
Who's your favorite rapper and who do you look up to?
I like Common, but only his first 2 albums, and I like Asher Roth, and I also think this new guy Kid Cudi's kind of good, bro. I think this is a good time for rap music, honestly.
Oh man, that's very 2008 of you.
The second renaissance of rap is
the
now.
second renaissance of rap.
When I was in high school, Alejandro's seen it a few times. I would get myself into rap battles, and I have
I've
no
seen it
clue.
multiple times.
Yeah, and I was not good at all. I would just
Well,
come
no.
up with like weird punchlines.
No, you were good.
You think so?
You had like what Little Dicky made popular. You had the joke rhymes before like anybody had really figured it out.
Oh,
Right? Because there was when rap first came out, it was like Humpty with a big nose and like stupid jokes and like
Right.
Will Smith over here with Jazzy Jeff doing dumb things. And then it got really hard for a minute. It got real with like NWA and like Tupac was talking about like killing your mama and shit like that. And then like it came back around to like dance vibes. Now we like own the clubs now because now we got some money and like, now,
music.
like now we can afford cocaine. So all our music's like, and then now we're into like mumble rap. And I'm not really sure where that, now that's kind of where you come in again because you like gross music. And then
All the time.
But yeah, so it's a cycle.
And so somewhere in that cycle, I was a tent pole of rap.
Well, yeah, because for a very small blip, there was like the return of comedy rap, like Lil Dicky's first album. You know what I mean? And
But
like,
Lil Dicky did it well because Lil Dicky has the flow, the delivery, and the voice, and like also the comedic aspect of it. Do you remember anything from your old raps?
can you give us
Like,
a flow?
oh no, could I give you bars right now? No.
You don't have to give us like.
We'll find it and edit it in.
You can
don't
find it and edit it in. Yeah, it's out there. It's on YouTube.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah,
After this episode, you could send me a clip of it, and I could edit into this episode.
absolutely.
See the girls all around, yeah, they be shocking. Yeah, you know what's up next. The bed be rocking. And what you doing tomorrow? Man, Facebook stalking.
Is it? Would you say, as the kids say, fire?
It's an ember.
It's an ember. You just turned the stove on.
Like, I'm not completely embarrassed about it unless like a billion people see it. So
Well,
That's the best part. If a billion people see it, then you've made it, buddy.
yeah. Honestly, that's the goal. That's everything we're trying for, and that's what you don't want.
not for that. Not.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
A rapper.
Legit, like ever since you were a kid?
No,
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know.
That was a moment.
That was an 8-month period.
No, I guess I wanted to be a chef. Kind of going
That's
along
cool.
with later, but yeah, I kind of wanted to be a chef, and I wanted
Shut the
to.
fuck up.
So
No,
sorry.
it's okay.
Don't look at me like that,
No,
Mom.
it's okay. No, he did always want to be a chef, even like cooking. Do you remember Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off on the Disney Channel?
Disney
Yes.
Channel movie.
Yes.
That's Matt's favorite movie because he wished he was
My
Eddie.
favorite movie. Okay, but it was a good movie.
Is it not your favorite movie?
It was. I wouldn't of the Disney Channel movies.
Is Brink your favorite Disney Channel
Oh,
movie?
Brink is close. That's right there.
Is
man.
it Smart House?
Definitely not Smart House.
Oh, that was
Definitely
a good
not
one.
Smart
though.
House?
Maybe Luck of the Irish though. This is the same.
Luck
guy,
of
right?
the Irish.
Speaking of,
So is that your favorite Luck of the Irish, or did you just throw that out to try and out Disney me?
I just tried to out Disney you, but
Because it's really Brink. We know.
it's really Brink. I
Or
love
was
Brink.
it that one movie where the older brother from Boy Meets World, Eric, dates the daughter of the president?
Yeah.
Oh, that one was pretty
first
good.
daughter.
Yes,
was
I'm
pretty good.
dating the
My
president's
date.
daughter.
My date with the president's daughter.
Legit, that entire sentence
Will
was the title.
Friedle. Will Friedle is actually
Will,
one of
there you
was a great actor and voice actor that is underutilized in Hollywood.
The voice actor of Ron Stoppable,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
the most famous Disney Channel couple out there.
Were they a couple?
Like, I mean, the entire however many seasons it ran for, they were kind of just like edging us for it to happen. Eventually, I think they did kiss once, and then we're like, okay, we can turn the show off now.
It's like Bones. Remember that show Bones?
No.
It was like, oh yeah, they're gonna fuck, and like they never did, and then finally in one season they did, and you're like, nah, I don't.
Is that the
wanna
guy who's like
watch
the
anymore.
seal now?
He's a seal
Now
now.
he plays that show that's like.
Oh yeah, he is
Like
the
a
Navy
Navy
seal.
seal?
Navy
yeah,
seal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
okay,
right. You're
okay,
right.
okay.
I was imagining like a Waterworld seal.
The animal he is now, he turned into a seal.
So I was like, oh, I didn't. Oh.
Which that's a highly dramatized action.
To be turned into animals?
No. I'm just saying like the show. He went from the like same show to same show. Just now he's a seal.
Do you ever forget
Yeah.
when people are on a show and you like get locked in on them as one character, and then suddenly like, remember when this guy was like Bryan Cranston? Like sometimes I'll get so into Breaking Bad, and then people be like, remember when he was Malcolm's dad? And you're like, what the fuck? And then,
Yeah.
like your brain like kind of grinds gears for a second. You're like, that is Malcolm's dad.
Well, that was the alluring aspect for me. I was like, oh shit, that's Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. And he's playing this chemistry teacher gone drug dealer?
I think you're a good
Absolutely.
guy. I just don't love you.
Yeah. Well, you know, originally it was supposed to be...
Ooh, hit me.
who was the original Inspector Gadget?
Matthew Broderick.
It was supposed to be Matthew Broderick. And then Matthew Broderick turned the role down. And so Bryan Cranston was the second choice. And I'm so glad they went with Bryan Cranston.
Absolutely. I love Matthew Broderick. I couldn't see him.
Who knows? A lot of people probably couldn't see Bryan Cranston playing
know.
this
He's a
role
good
either.
character actor. I guess he does Broadway and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah. So it's possible. I mean, a lot of these comedic actors actually have the talent to have that kind of range. Because comedy, I believe comedy is way more difficult than drama.
for sure.
What is comedy is like tragedy, but with timing. I think, is that what you told me? Or someone told me that.
No, that's what I said. That's my quote.
Okay.
Write it
and
down,
you can
please.
Look it up.
Please do.
It's
Not.
trademarked. And if you use it, You gotta pay Alex a pretty penny.
And 1 penny is how much it costs.
There you go.
You're not making that much money, buddy.
It's not about the money. It's about the art.
And it's also not about the art. It's about Matt, who is in the guest seat right now.
Way to bring it back.
Yo, so welcome, dude. You have not been on the show before.
No.
You are the brother of one of the hosts here.
Yes.
And I'm super excited to have you here. Can you tell the baddies a little bit about yourself before we continue?
Sure.
Yeah, sometimes when people are nobodies, we like to ask them to do a slate. And so let's get your name, your height, your age, your social security number, your driver's license and home address, your mother's maiden name, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Well, my name is Matthew Middleton. I am the brother of Alejandro, and I love your show. I watch it.
Thanks, dude.
Watch it weekly. So you're definitely a baddie over here.
Thank you, man. And you're sporting one of our shirts, which I'm very appreciative of.
Absolutely.
It looks good on you,
Gotta
dude.
rock the merch.
Your entire family has shirts.
We do. We usually get the first issue. Hopefully, it's in the mail. We get it a couple of days after we see it.
You guys are special,
I
yeah.
am horrible at mailing things. In fact, I have a box in my trunk that I should have mailed in December.
Oh,
Very nice.
What are you mailing into who?
Ooh, it's okay.
Okay.
We'll talk about it off mic.
So you guys all have shirts. If you guys ever go to Disneyland, I expect nothing less of you guys to all be
shirts.
matching.
Of course, you got to go family rock. The whole time when you go to like big places like Disneyland, same shirt, family
In fact,
vacation.
that is your move, huh? And that's where we differ because I hate
Middleton's 2012.
I hate the matching shirt thing at Disneyland. I think it's so hack.
I've had to do it before. It's
I
whatever,
know,
man.
I know a lot of people who do it. We have a lot of good close friends who do it.
Yeah.
But I still think it's hack.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, but just enjoy yourself. What
Would you
can-
rather
No,
do like
exactly.
the dapper days where you have to dress up and like?
I'd like to go and see other people dressed up, but I mean, and we have friends who do Dapper Days and they do it.
beautifully.
But that's the thing, though, is I don't know if I could do it as good as them. So I'd like to go with them and enjoy the moment without feeling like I have to overplay them.
Well, it depends on what day of the year are we going to Disneyland to dress up all dapper. Because if I'm wearing
June
like
28th.
if I'm wearing more than one layer, yeah, if it's June 28th and it's in the peak time of summer,
Right.
fuck no, I'm going in a tank top. I'm not going to be wearing
It's
a
hot.
bow tie,
Yeah.
a button up, and a blazer.
I'm scared to go back now, and I don't mean to bring this up. In fact, I don't really. I'm regretting even saying this now, but I've already gone too deep. I want to go to Disneyland and wear a tank top, but I'm afraid I have my tattoos to scare kids. We can cut that out
You
later.
think your tattoos are going to scare children?
Next topic.
Was
That's
it because
actually-
you got a pirate tattoo?
As soon as I heard it, I was like, as soon as I said it in my head, I was like, don't bring this up, Alex. You're being a douche. You're just trying to bring up your tattoo and be a douchebag about it.
Can I just plug my tattoo for a quick
I just
second,
can't
guys?
stop looking at it.
You
It's
love
a-
your
pirate
tattoo?
I love all of my tattoos equally, but I love the pirate one the most.
You really just like dug this hole for you. That
Hey.
wasn't even there.
No, I just, hey,
You handed yourself the
opportunist.
shovel.
right here.
Opportunist.
Right here, boys.
Yeah, and you could have brought up your tattoo super nonchalant and we wouldn't have like really
But I knew
cared
it was going
about
to be bad. I knew like it was going to come off bad. So like the only way for me to make it come out was to address it.
Yeah. Do you have any tattoos, Matt?
I do not.
Ah.
Do you have any plans for any tattoos,
I would
Matt?
love multiple tattoos, but
Matt has some stupid idea where he thinks his first tattoo will be a 3/4 sleeve.
oh yeah,
The first time he sits
That's great.
down. It's going to look awesome if
I
but
could sit through it.
he can't. Yeah, no, dude, I know you, man.
How's your
I gotta
pain
do some
tolerance,
small-
though?
I feel like I have a pretty good pain tolerance.
He fell off a bike once and made us all go home.
Oh yeah, we had to walk. Well, we were at Jack London and we had to walk all the way.
Sorry,
Nothing
you
was
guys are
broken,
missing so
nothing
many
was
details
sprained.
of that story. You fell off of a bike once and made all of you guys go home?
Well, there were just the two of us. So how much is all of us? It's like,
All
brother, you're
two.
coming home with me.
All two.
But like, yeah, they used to have this little like jump
by the basketball
by
court.
the basketball courts, and so like I had my mountain bike or something, and like I went off and landed on my elbow, and then yeah, just like limped the whole way home. I'm like, come on, we're going.
But also never broke a bone, never, right? So
No, yeah, never.
it was just a bad fall.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was a completely different story. You said he fell off of a bike once and made the rest of you go home. In my head, I imagined him falling off a bike, yelling at maybe 5 or 6 of you, saying, "Leave me alone. You all go home." From like
He like
embarrassment.
stayed at the park and sent us all back.
This is my home.
One time I got in a fight at that park and the kid beat my ass, and then I came home and Matt was like, "What happened to you?" I was like, "I got in a fight," and he's like, "Get in the car. We're gonna go find this kid."
That's what a bigger brother is for.
Yeah, we didn't find the kid.
No, we didn't.
But you tried. It's the effort. I mean, that kid probably dipped out because he just beat up another kid. He's not going to stay there.
Well,
You know what? Hey, everyone gets their ass beat once or twice in their life.
How old were you?
8th grade, 7th grade,
Meaning
I was
that
gonna say middle school.
how much older? You're like 7 years older than this guy, right?
6.
6.
Okay.
6 to
5 to 6,
Yeah.
depending on the birthday.
And you've always been like a bigger guy, so like I would feel safe. I mean, if you were there to protect
No, you're
me.
right. He's always been a huge man. I believe when you were a child, you weighed 472 pounds.
478.
Nice.
Man,
That's
that's
a good
a
number, though.
thick boy.
You're gonna want me to tell you this now because you're gonna hate it later. Pull your headphones up and comb your hair back real quick because you're getting a
thank
little
you
bit
so
of an
much.
alfalfa. Yeah, see, I'm a good
appreciate
brother.
Wow. Do you want me to tell you, like, if you have like an alfalfa going on?
Yeah, generally, but that's why I wear hats too. I got bad hair. I
solid
got
play.
bad hat hair right now.
Oh, I see.
I worked earlier. For those of you who are listening, we're recording this at a weird time. Generally, we don't record at this time.
No, we don't. Or on
but,
this day, even.
No, we're just making it work for you, Matthew.
I appreciate it.
Well, you
What's your
didn't
guys'
pay us.
chemistry like? Because like, I've hung out with Matt whenever he's been around, but like not to the point where I've really got to witness your guys' chemistry as brothers.
I know we do have a very interesting relationship because we have worked together at multiple jobs.
Yep.
And we have worked in the same field in restaurants for a long time together. But we were also raised with this idea of like, when you're at work, and like, that's when you like focus and handle your business and do your job. And then like, as soon as you leave, you can kind of hang out. And so I can remember one time vividly when we were both working at the Cheesecake Factory, we went outside and we were walking to our cars in the parking lot and we were with might have even been one of your friends who went with you to Yard House. And we were in the parking lot and we were smoking cigarettes out there and we started like hitting each other in the nuts or like doing stupid brother stuff. You know what I mean? And she was like, I've never seen you two act like this. And me and Matt were like, what? This is how we act. She's like, no, like I've only ever seen you guys at work where I like run to the bar and I'll be like, I need like 4 Shirley Temples and like 2 smoothies that I didn't ring in. And Matt'll be like, okay, you know, like handle it or whatever. Because I was really, really bad at serving tables when I first got the job at Cheesecake.
Yeah.
And so if he wasn't there, I wouldn't have made it through. So it was an interesting give and take that we had on the work floor. And then like as soon as it was off, we're back to like flicking our cigarette butts at each other and like you know.
Because I haven't seen
Shotgun
that
beers.
aspect. I mean, like, yeah, I'll see you guys poke fun at each other and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever seen you guys sack tap each other. We'll do it on air later.
Okay, well, there was a time when Matt wasn't driving either, and I would have to go pick him up from the Cheesecake Factory before even I started work there. And I would pick you up, and I would be sitting in the parking lot waiting for him to come out, and that's when I like started meeting people from the Cheesecake Factory. Before I even had a job there, I was already having friends there because we're both pretty personable people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Matt's really good at. You're like really good at conversing or like really starting a conversation and seeing it through.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure like all of us here have like some introverted friends that don't have the gift of gab and like
sure.
don't know how to act in those situations. But I've seen you on multiple occasions just like, wow, you were really finessing that conversation.
It's it's the hospitality side of it. Being in restaurants, bartending, so you have to carry the conversation sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
You're
that's
doing
what we
a
do.
great job on this episode too, by the way.
But like you're articulate.
Matt's incredibly articulate. Matt likes to talk a lot. We just went on a trip to South Lake Tahoe, and he didn't talk for like half of the trip, and it was very intense because I just kept looking at him and being like, "Oh man, hey, you need to lower your voice. You're talking too much."
Wait, you said he didn't talk?
He didn't
for like...
talk at all, so I just kept picking. I was picking on you a little bit, and you know what? He took it like a champ. He took it on the chin. We drove. It was me, Matt, and his wife. And boy, was the tension palpable. But you know
Really?
what?
Well,
You had just come
That's a
back
road
from
trip.
Texas?
That's a road trip.
I don't know. My road trips aren't usually that tense.
I went on one road trip with you, and the girlfriend you were dating at that time was pretty tense.
Shout out ex-girlfriend.
absolutely.
Shout out all ex-girlfriends.
Shout out wives.
Start out ex-wives. How many ex-wives do you
No, I
have?
said wives. I just said wives.
But we're talking about exes here.
Oh no,
You said
no, yeah, I'm
ex-wives.
just saying, like,
No, we let him shout out his wife. Shout
Shout
out
out
his
your
wife.
ex-wife. Shout out your ex-wife. Have you heard the theory of the first ex-wife theory?
No.
It's that everybody needs a first ex-wife to blame all your problems on. Because like no matter what you do, you can always blame it on your first wife. Because if you like drink too much and people be like, "Hey man, how come you drink so much?" You'd be like, "My fucking ex-wife." Or if you have like no money, people are like, "Hey man, how come you have no money?" You'd be like, "My fucking ex-wife."
good
Or if they're just
scapegoat.
like, "Hey, how come you're like so bad with women? You don't know how to like talk to children. You can't do anything." Like, my fucking ex-wife.
It's not a bad theory.
It's a perfect scapegoat.
because no one's really gonna divulge in it.
People can walk away. I've used it as like a bartender, as young as I am, people won't touch it because they don't even want to get into it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's a great way as bartenders.
Too dark, too soon.
You have to know how to like end some conversations sometimes, and sometimes you got to like learn how to kind of keep it going.
Okay, as bartenders, teach me the tricks of like conversation in that kind of setting where you're gonna be dealing with drunk people, stupid ass customers, or people that just want to talk forever, even though you got shit to do.
Yeah, it's the buddy system. You know, like you work in a bar, you usually have a team going 2 to 3 people, and you know when somebody else is not doing very well, whether that's someone talking to them too much or someone's drunk, and then you kind of got to teamwork it to get it out, right? So you could give them a look if it's just a drunk person, like, you need to save me from this conversation. They'll be like, hey, can you make this for whatever? And you get to walk away. But in other cases, it could be like,
What's
this guy's
that?
gotta
Yes.
go.
And then you like walk over there. Like,
I say people got to go, and then you call like Alex. You're like, hey, this guy's pretty drunk. We got to throw him out. And Alex will be like, get out.
And kick him across the
Hey, you know,
bar.
if you're that drunk, it's allowed.
we used to work at a couple of. We worked actually for a minute there. Every job I had was because of you, and it was pretty lucky for me to get those jobs because I was not at all prepared for them. But one of them was at a fairly fine dining restaurant here in Walnut Creek, and I remember the first time we had to throw somebody out of the bar because I was your bar back, and Matt was the bartender at the time. And we threw this guy, and it was like I said, a more higher class fine dining restaurant. And we're kicking this older white gentleman out, and we're literally like pulling him out like this. And he looks at me and he goes, "I've never been thrown out of a bar in my life." And,
Asshole.
and Matt looks at him and he goes, "Really, man? Because like everyone gets thrown out of a bar like once,
Right?
Like, come on, everyone's getting thrown out. Just go home. We'll see you tomorrow. Like, just go home." And it's just
Gotta
like
be nice.
everybody has. You just sometimes you gotta like just level with them. Sometimes you gotta just like and I remember just seeing them being like, "Yeah, man, you just gotta have all the tools in your Batman belt
sure.
and just know when to use that card." You know?
Well, you just have to have a backbone in order to be a bartender, right?
No,
In some cases, I mean, it depends. 'Cause
No?
you're playing for the tip, right? So you don't ever want to off the bat agitate somebody. Mm-hmm. So it'll be like you have a drunk person, you know, you feel them out first, talk to them, get to know them, or an abrasive person. You get
Yeah.
abrasive people all the time.
that's Matt tactic. He likes to feel them up and like kiss them.
Absolutely.
I like to talk to them and
That's
try
how
and
you
calm
get
them
a
down.
good tip.
I
But that's
just go
what you
for the
just said.
20%. I go
you
for the
just said you
20% every
feel them
time.
up and you kiss them.
You-
Right? That's
either-
what you just said. We
Either
can play
a
it back.
good tip or a lawsuit.
hey, you know what? We all made money. So you,
Do what you
Honestly,
gotta
when you
do.
split the tip, you do what you got to do.
My question is, you're gonna have a bunch of like drunk women hit on you too, and so like,
Oh,
how
I
do you
wish that was
navigate
the
that?
case.
Yeah,
That was
you know-
not,
Is it
that was
not?
not really the case.
That'll happen.
Maybe in other maybe in other stores, other type of restaurants. You know what I mean? I think that might be the case. But where we were,
You guys are in classier
No, you get a
establishments.
cougar. I would get a cougar once every 2 months, once every 3 months.
Because you guys were part of the restaurant business in Walnut Creek, and that
Yeah.
is just
Yeah,
swimming with
also in
Absolutely.
Orange County. And you also in the Texas area. Was that fun?
Yep, in the
Did you have
Woodlands.
cougars in Texas?
yeah, I was at a hotel,
Cougars?
so you would get some people that are there for conferences and whatnot.
Sure,
but,
sure. I always find it really interesting the people who older generations are so interesting at bars because they are like they're either like super PDA and all about it because that's the
Yeah.
only way they can kind of get it going. Or they're just like super drunk and trying to show off by being a dick, and you're just like, "Hey man, neither of these are cool. Can you just like pay and get the fuck out?" Like
yeah, that's all you really want at the end of the day.
Cheesecake Factory, bro. Just get the fuck out. Like
Yeah, well, I worked in retail and in Walnut Creek, and there were a bunch of I had both ends of the spectrum. Either you're just like a rude Walnut Creek aristocratic person that's just
Ooh,
like,
good word.
"Give me my $5 shirt that they make in bulk in Thailand," and I'm like,
Bangladesh.
go to fucking Nordstrom if you're gonna have that kind of attitude, or just walk further down and go to Neiman Marcus, you bitch.
Right.
But right now you're at H&M, and I'm giving you like $5 shirts, so don't treat me like that. But what was also nice, being a young 19, 20-year-old, freshly skinny boy, I would have some of these cougars hit on me. And also because I was a innocent, freshly skinny 19-year-old boy, I was too oblivious to know that this cougar was hitting on me.
Christian, you're still oblivious when anyone hits on you.
Dude, I don't know how to flirt.
You also don't understand. I think women don't understand you sometimes because you're very polite and very nice.
I've been told I'm very forward.
And maybe, but I think you are very nice and collected. And what happens is sometimes women mistake that for flirting. I have seen it
Just being
happen
nice.
multiple times.
And was it successful? Was it a successful, like,
Not for you, because well, I mean, it wasn't intended.
I know it's not intended. No, but in terms of what I'm asking is, like, when I unintentionally flirted with this person by trying to be nice, did this individual, were they like, whoa, don't flirt with me? Or they're like, oh, you're flirting with
they're
me.
like responding in kind. But the thing is, like, you're not doing it in kind. You know what I mean? So like,
Yes.
they're responding in kind if you like flirting with them, but that's not what's happening. So it's like, so you guys like boop, 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 zoop, 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 zoop,
completely missing each other.
Wow,
yeah, check out YouTube channel if you want to see where my hands went.
that was great.
I mean, well, okay, so to get back to it, it's really just like a fantasy in bartending settings for like drunk people to like hit on you. Because like
It's
as a
not-
bartender, you're wearing like all black.
Again,
and-
it's not unheard of. It happens, but
I think
it doesn't
depends on
happen.
the bar. Like it depends on where you're at too, because we were not. People are usually where I was at. People with wives and things like that. You didn't really get like the dive bar you
right.
feel where they're like drunk people trying to hit on people to get laid. You know?
Yeah.
It was more like we're on an expensive date today, and this is my mistress, and you'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's where she didn't look
Let
the
me
same
write
last
down that
week.
name because I'm gonna remember.
straight up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you would get more stuff like that than like people hitting. You're
You
like,
get
oh,
like a lot of sugar daddies and sugar babies up in your guys' restaurant?
for sure, for sure. Sugar
Wow.
daddy, sugar babies. We had a guy who was just openly like, "This is my wife," one day, and then coming on a Thursday like, "This is my mistress. She's been my mistress for 30 years."
That's wait.
Right,
I need to-
Helga? She's like, it's Olga. And you're like, yeah.
This is stuff I've only seen in like movies.
Oh no, it's a shit. I mean, it's just like
Straight
some
up like
people
with
got that old money. You
That's
know, they
crazy.
can do whatever they want.
I think I've only seen that in like Goodfellas when Ray Liotta he gets married and he brings his wife to that place where you know you're watching Sammy Davis Jr. tell some jokes and sing, and then the week after he says like Thursdays are for playtime with my girlfriends, and then like Fridays are for like my wife,
Yeah,
my missus
exactly.
at home.
Yeah.
Then you would actually see that.
Oh,
The
for
line
sure.
is Fridays are for the wives. Saturdays are for your girlfriends.
There you go. Okay, I wasn't that far off actually.
No, and you know what? I love that you brought that film up without me having to bring it up because I fucking love it.
Absolutely,
movie's so
such a
good.
good movie.
Yeah, and now that you mention it, in Irvine, I got a lot more of like blatant hitting on and being like, "Oh no, I'm not into swingers. Thank you very much, though. Like that's not for me."
Have you ever been asked to be a part of that?
No,
That's crazy.
Really? No, you have.
no, not at a bar.
Not at a bar. Where then? Where like a park?
At a park. It was at
In the
the
bathroom?
pool, and
In a hot tub. At a hot tub at the Motel 6 in Milwaukee.
I
I
will
was wearing
say,
a speedo.
no wonder you're getting asked
Absolutely.
to swing. I will say that you look super cool in like a managerial position at like whatever restaurant I've seen you in.
Oh, thank you.
Because you're that dude that's just like that stops by tables and be like, everything cool over here? Hey, so and so, help them out. They need this. All right, you guys have a good day. And then like you're that guy.
I tried to be smooth and cool on the floor.
Yeah, and you're because I don't think I could do that. I think, and Alejandro could verify this. I would get too frazzled in the restaurant business.
Verified.
Well, it is like if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen kind of a thing, you know.
Oh man, and I get hot quick.
And
So I'm
talking
not
to
going
tables, the easiest part of the people that are like, "Oh, we're doing good. Thanks for checking on me." You're always like, "Where's that person?" And she's like, "I found plastic in my salad," or you know,
such a specific, but that's a real example.
It's a real thing, and you just kind of trying to find the fires before they become fires and take care of them. So
Yeah. But did you like that kind of lifestyle of the restaurant life? Both of you guys?
It's
Pros
fun
and
for
cons?
it's fun for a time.
it's fun to look back
Yeah,
on.
nobody
It's fun to
can
look
do it
back
forever
on.
though. There's nobody.
Sorry.
No, you're making your hair look even better too.
No, you look cool. I wish I could pull off that
Should I do
hair.
the man bun to fix it?
Yeah, go
Do you
ahead.
do the
it.
man bun?
He's
I do the
doing,
man bun.
He's doing Alejandro hair circa 2016.
But it's not because my hair is better and cooler. So
I think
Ooh.
he's right. His hair is better and cooler.
You do have a nice thick head of hair.
I'm thinking he should go
very
for.
lucky.
He should cut his hair a little bit, and I'm thinking he should go for the Return of Superman Superboy look because he's got the curls, he's got the locks, and he's got the waves.
and then you
because
should
if
go
that's-
back to the undercut look.
Yeah, that served me okay. I was telling Matt when we were driving back from Tahoe, I was like, I made the decision a couple of years ago. I was like, I'm just gonna do my man haircut. I think every man makes a decision eventually, probably right around their 30s, when they decide, like, you know what, this is my look. This is what I'm gonna look. You, on the other hand, just had like a new chance at life to reinvent yourself.
a new chance at
And
life.
so now here you are, growing your hair out like a hippie and
Yeah.
like playing the token California boy and
Token
like,
California boy in Texas.
yeah.
But you don't look like a hippie. Do people know in Texas that like, oh, you're from California?
They can hear it in his breathing.
excuse me. They definitely get an aura of California from me.
And is there
for
something
sure.
enticing about being Californian in
It
Texas?
repels them.
No,
Oh, it's the opposite.
No, yeah, it's a lot of excuse me. Too much.
You have a problem, buddy? You
If you're
okay?
gonna burp bourbon to the
shotgun,
mic.
man, is
Yeah.
yeah, do it right into the mic.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Matt did our pregame or our pre-show ritual with me, like a champ.
Absolutely. Sorry, what were we talking about? I lost my spot. Lost my train of thought.
You were do Texans like Californians?
Do Texans like Californians? Absolutely. They always say, "Don't California my Texas."
Okay.
That's
Which
a big
honestly
saying
isn't-
you get
yeah.
a lot from the people over there. Is "Don't California my Texas," and oh, you have hippie hair today. You must be Californian, or I'll put it in the bun. Either way, I'm Californian.
Oh,
So-
they'll tell you how to do your
No. They
hair?
just assume that like, oh, this is a California thing, and then you have like a couple California bros. I have a couple from the Bay Area that I work with right now.
Yeah.
and they're always like, oh, this is Bay Area, Matt. And I was like, I'm just trying to put my hair up.
Whoa, they'll say that.
Oh yeah.
What are Texans' go-to interpretation of a Californian? Because not to offend any Texans out there, you
Sure.
would think that like the stereotypical interpretation of a Texan would be like, "How you doing?" Like howdy doody type of stuff, right?
I have a cowboy hat.
Yes.
I was looking for that.
Right? I got a cowboy hat. Where's my spittoon? That's a stereotypical and could offend Texans because I personally don't think Texans are like that. There has to be a version of what people outside of California think of Californians. Is it
sure.
like this like surfer boy thing?
Yeah, it's a
I
valley,
just
it's
think
the
it's
Valley
like,
Golden Surfer Boy.
especially with modern climate right now, it's just like it's all political. Like, oh, you're Californian, you're liberal. Like that's just what you get posted.
So it's
with.
not even like
No, there's
You're
no.
not
Not even fun.
surfer,
It's
dude.
actually
It's
really
not even
fucked
cool
up.
about it. It's
Yeah,
not even
no.
like, well, dude, bro, or they don't like at least when I would talk to people from LA and say hello, they'd be like, oh, you're from the Bay Area,
Yeah.
right? There, they have no idea.
Like
and
what
so many
hella
people are
is.
transplants now too. You have so many people that are like, oh, I just found out some other guys from San Mateo that I work with, and we're like, okay, California kids here, and they're like, when'd you get here? Like, oh, like a year ago. It's all the same. So
that's cool, and there's like a sense of
Camaraderie.
yeah,
exactly.
When
when you first moved to Texas, what were the biggest changes that you experienced almost instantly? Because I've been living in this bubble that is California
Absolutely.
for my entire life, so I get curious.
And a smaller bubble of the Bay Area.
Exactly.
mini bubble in a bubble. I would say the biggest change was gas. Like gas was $2 a gallon. I think it was like $1.50 when we got there. Like that's like immediately realizing cost of living is a little bit less.
Yeah.
I guess the second thing is the humidity. Like that kind of that hits you real hard. You get there and you're just like, I love to be sticky all day.
Damn, dude. Ugh.
Yeah, no, it's rough. But everyone's really nice. You get the Southern hospitality.
That's what I hear.
You definitely get the Southern hospitality, but you also get, you get your new Texas license plate, and people stop asking you if you're from California.
You know what's cool is that the comedy scene is slowly but surely going to blow up because of Joe Rogan's
Absolutely.
Migration to Texas. So, I mean, is that something that you're probably going to, not necessarily dabble it as in like what I said earlier, like
Sure.
get up on stage, but like, are you going to take advantage of being like closer to where it's at?
For sure. I mean, even where we are right now, so we're about 45 minutes north of Houston, and there's this place in the Woodlands, which is like the city that I work in, and they have a comedy house, Woodlands Comedy House, and they have people like Damon Wayans, and they've had like
The funnier of the
relatively,
Wayans brothers.
huh?
Damon's the funnier of the two Wayans brothers.
Yeah, exactly. And so they have some pretty good comedy acts from time to time, and we're hoping we'll get you guys out there. They have open mic night at times
Let's
too.
go. I would love to.
Houston trip, ICBTB in Houston.
Yes, we'll do a show there. I'll bring the mics and we can like set it up.
Maybe like a road trip up to St. Louis, see our friends, the Real Buzz crew.
Yes, we could do all of that,
Road
man.
trip.
I'm
You
saving
film
up
the
my
whole thing.
hours at work, so
Just
we
gotta
can
film the
take
whole
them
thing.
off.
Let's do it, pirate.
I'm down, man.
It's a vlog podcast where you guys.
Matt's
are just
really
like,
into vlogs right now, and you're actually
love
really
vlogs.
into vlogs right now also.
I'm dabbling.
You
and
both have been right on the edge of diving into it, and I think that's something that maybe you guys can dabble in, because I have to pay.
Wait, you have to pee?
He has to pee. Okay,
What?
got it.
Oh,
So
weird way to leave
we're
that
vamping about
conversation,
vlogs.
dude. I do want to talk about it. So, like, We'll shout it out at the end of the show. But for you baddies out there listening, Matt does have his own show on YouTube that he recently came out. There are how many episodes are out right now?
So there are 3 episodes out right now.
Okay.
3 episodes out right now.
And then tell the baddies what it is.
And it's called Millennials Drink, and we talk about wine. And actually, the idea kind of came about to me because I was talking to a regular. I sell wine now from the retail space.
Yeah.
And he was just telling me he was reading an article where millennials just aren't drinking wine, and there's a concern amongst winemakers and producers that it's going to be a bubble and it's going to pop because millennials aren't drinking, and they're certainly not going out and drinking either. So it's not just wine, but wine is the first thing to go because look at what's popular right now: seltzers and craft beer.
Yeah.
So I figured that wine is kind of a pompous thing. It has this line where people are like, I don't know what to order, so I'm not going to do it. And so I just wanted to have like a casual conversation about wine and kind of teach people so they're not afraid to order at a nice restaurant or working with me, finding them something for dinner that night. Mm-hmm. So that's.
So I think what you're doing is great because I've seen 2 of the 3 episodes. I haven't seen the latest one yet, and it's incredibly informational. I've had people tell me like, dude, like what Matt's doing, it's really good because you're educating people, dude, in an entertaining fashion too.
Absolutely.
Especially because I've definitely been that guy on multiple occasions because I don't know wine that well. I know that I like my bourbon and I know that I like I like the different liquors that I like, but I don't know it to that extent. But there are so many individuals out there that are just like, I don't know anything. I like Pinots.
exactly.
I like Zins. I like Syrahs, but I don't know what a Syrah is. It's like a blend of something, right?
Syrah, Shiraz, if it's going to be from Australia.
Syrah. Have I been saying it wrong this entire time?
Yeah, if there's an H in there.
And this is why I need you, Matt.
This is why I'm here.
Yeah, dude.
I'm the one who said you were saying it wrong.
I mean, but he has the wine show. Yes, I'll ask you.
Thank you.
But you know who the guest is in the building. It ain't you, dude.
Millennials Drink. Wah, wah. Can you guys make a sound for me? Wah, wah.
Okay, and I'll mark it.
That'll
And
be the sound.
I think those are clown horns. I don't know what you want me to do there. If that's the brand you're going for your show, I'll put in
Yeah.
clown horns.
Clowns drink wine. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, so baddies, check out his show. I'll put the link in the bio to his YouTube channel. So yeah, it'll be in the description. Click on that thing and subscribe.
Millennials Drink, man.
Yeah.
What do you think has been the most challenging part about starting a show?
Learning everything about nothing that you know about.
Sure.
So it's like you start off, you buy the camera and you buy the microphone, and you're like, well, I'm going to try to do this with like Home Depot lights. I'm going to save money. And then you buy twice, right? Because you're like, that light is terrible and I can't adjust it. So then you buy something off of Amazon, which is what I did. And then, and then trying to figure out how to edit it, put it together. I mean, getting the formula of the show together. I mean, I'm still working on it.
Yeah. I mean, but you're only 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to learn. I mean, that's how we did it. Like it's all about trial and error.
Trial by fire.
Yeah. You got to do your research. You want to buy like the best things that you can buy for the best production of the show, or else you're gonna end up buying a Home Depot light
twice, man.
Yeah.
So we got some newer lights, and I want to get some like backlighting. I like what you guys got going on over here.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm gonna get you some lighting from the back, and trying to learn
Get a neon
all
light.
about how to shoot. Yeah, I would love one. I would love one, just a big MD or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you
MD.
could do that.
Because it's Millennials Drink, right? So-
Yeah.
I was like, MGD?
I'm the doctor of wine now, guys.
MD. Oh, the doctor of wine?
Oh,
Hang
excuse
on.
me, Doc. I have a prescription.
Yeah, I think we actually might have stumbled upon something. Hi, I'm Matthew Middleton. I'm the doctor of wine.
Yeah, that's actually really
Hey,
cool.
you know what? Off the cuff.
Hey.
Off the cuff.
And you know what? That's where we Middletons get our best ideas.
Pretty much, like in the shower and just talking.
No. No.
In the shower together. Just
Absolutely. It's like a big bathhouse.
No.
I just meant like I get my good ideas in the shower.
No, shower thoughts are a thing. Shower thoughts and toothbrush thoughts, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
You're
where
just
I think the hardest.
mindless effort, so you just figure it out.
I brush
Yeah.
my teeth in the shower, so.
That's good.
That's double duty.
I feel like you do everything in the shower.
Your thoughts are twice as deep. Oh yeah. Okay.
Has this guy, he brings this thing up. He asks, if you were to poop in the shower, would you pick it up or would you shove it down the drain with your foot or your hands?
I'd make Alex clean it.
You'd make Alex clean it.
No, I'm just gonna.
Motherfucker.
Comedy comes from a place of truth. So I'm curious, has Alex ever pooped in the shower?
Oh, I'm sure we all have, right?
I haven't.
No, I haven't.
At least twice.
You have at least twice?
No.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
you answered that again too quick.
Too quickly.
Yeah, dude, this is a podcast. You got to be honest. So did you poop in the shower?
Oh man.
Like after a sneeze, after a night of drinking.
After a sneeze, like in that movie with Owen Wilson, where
Well, he sneezes and then like poops?
no. It's him and it's the hall pass, and so like. He takes Sudeikis, Jason Sudeikis takes it real bad, and she's like, "Oh, my stomach hurts."
I have seen this scene.
Yeah, yep.
And it's all in the background. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, that's rough. And I don't judge anyone that has sneezed and pooped. I've done it once. I will be the guy to say I've done it once. And luckily, it was within my own household, and I had guests over. So it happened. I said, I will be right back.
And then waddled to the
Like,
back.
why did you change your pants, Christian?
Oh, no reason. I just think these are comfier.
Oh, no, I just changed my underwear. It didn't get to the jeans, dude. Didn't get to the jeans.
I once shat my pants in high school.
Okay, tell me about this. What did you do?
Threw the underwear away and just went commando for the rest of the day.
That's what you
Gross.
have to do.
No, dude, you do what you
I
gotta do.
guess that's the move, right?
You do
Though.
what you gotta do.
Yeah. I have a friend who, on his way to a job interview, had to take the biggest poop. And I need to tell this story. I won't say the name because,
First and last,
this
please.
has to be anonymous.
Just save them. Yeah, exactly.
But the story is fantastic. So he was on his way to a job interview in a suit and everything. It was an important job interview. And in the middle of the drive, because I believe that the location was far away, had to poop. There was traffic, and he's like, it's just bubbling in his gut. He finally gets there, and it's maybe 5 minutes before his interview time. Runs to the bathroom. Didn't make it. Did not make it. Pooped his pants. Had one of two options at that point. Either do the interview with poop pants or leave the interview, right? No, he went with option C. That wasn't there. Threw away his underwear, went commando to the job interview, and didn't get the job. Can you imagine?
This guy smells funny. I've done plenty of interviews, man. I've made the weird, not the best notes in cases.
Wait, really? Have you smelled someone during an interview?
It's like I've never done it during an interview where I smelled somebody, but I've had employees in the past where someone's like, "Hey, this guy, he smells,"
And that's a
and you're like, "Okay, let me go talk to him." Like, you're just like,
Hey,
like,
Stinko.
like walking up to this guy, and you're like, "Hey,
Hey,
you're a
Stinko."
super nice guy, and this is probably gonna offend you, but we get complaints that you smell, man. Like you just, I mean, I don't know. You gotta, it's like a Band-Aid. You just gotta rip it off.
this
Just
is
tell 'em-
post interview. Wait, okay,
No,
but
this was their working there. I never did it in an interview because but you, as an interviewer, you definitely take your notes on like.
yeah, I
why
thought you were
someone else
saying
should
like
be
right
hired.
after he had interviewed and he was waiting in the hallway, you'd come out, you'd be like, your resume looks great.
Fuck is
What
that
is in this
smell?
hall? Like, are you the only one in here?
I have a condition.
I have a condition.
Hey.
It's I don't wear cologne.
Everyone likes you, but you smell like a toilet.
Oh man,
That's
it would be
my
easier
colostomy
if people
bag.
liked him, but that's the hardest part when you have those conversations.
But that's a valid critique because like in a workplace when you're working within close quarters,
Absolutely.
you can't smell like a butt crack.
When you're serving people food,
Yes.
like you're like, here, let me take you to your table. And they're like, oh god, it smells like what?
You could do everything great. Like how was your filet mignon and how was your glass of Pinot?
A glass of what?
Glass of Pinot? Pinot?
Penis?
Pinot. Don't try to paint me in that corner or I'm saying these
How was a
wacky
glass
things.
of penis?
Then yeah, that guy has bigger issues than smelling. He just verbally harassed the guests.
I need to speak to your manager, please.
Yes, I was asking about my glass of Pinot.
Sir, do you see this glass of penis that I have here?
There is a server here that is hallucinating,
On acid.
and he needs to go. Also, he
man.
smells like a toilet.
Jesus. Yikes Amundo, bro. What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you in a restaurant?
I would say the scariest thing that I had to deal with as a manager would be like Latin Kings. Like we had Latin Kings come in once,
Nice.
and
Is that a rap group? I'm sorry.
No, it's a
gang.
it's a gang in San Francisco.
Close. I
Yeah.
was very close. Wait,
Some of them
really?
might rap.
Yeah. So they had come in, and I don't know anything about like local people in San Francisco. I was just sent there from the East Bay.
Yeah.
And so I'm working there, and they come in, and they're already drunk, and they reek of weed. And so I go in, and like
Miscreants.
yeah, and we work in teams, right? So there's another manager, and they're like, "Hey, I already talked to these people, and we told them they can sit down, but they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to settle down if they want to sit down." And I was like, "Okay, so you're leaving, so that means I'm gonna have to kick them out because they were one of those groups where you knew." So I get complaint number one. They're sitting at the table. Complaint number one, they're like, these guys are super foul. They're cussing like crazy and they smell like pot. And I'm like, okay, well, it's San Francisco. So can't really worry about the pot smell, but I can go over there and this is a family-oriented facility. So I'm like, hey, guys, this is a warning, whatever. And they're like, yeah, man, we're good. And then like 2 more complaints. And so I go over, I'm like, hey, man, you guys got to go. Like,
Wow.
You guys got to go. I'm getting too many complaints. You know, I've already tried working with you. We warned you in the beginning before you got sat, blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, oh, man. They're like, you know who I am? They get up in your face. They're throwing glass against the wall.
That happened?
Oh, yeah, for
That's
sure.
That's another thing that I've only seen in
at
movies.
this point, we had security. And that night we didn't have armed security because usually they have armed security. Mm-hmm. This guy just comes in and he's like always like 10 minutes late to anything you ever need him for. And so he kind of shows up after like me and this guy. I'm like, you need to leave. And he's like, I'm not going anywhere, bro. He's like, you know who I am? He's like standing up and, you know, trying to straighten out. And
Did you try kissing him?
I should have. I think that would have totally diffused the situation.
Of all the times that you've said that, maybe that could maybe work.
Well, I imagine this is what it goes down. Is you guys are like barking at each other, going back and forth. You just go, hang on a second. Wait, everybody just stop for a second.
So you say barking in our end in hospitality, they do the barking, we do the
kissing,
smoothing out. So we're just kind of like, it's all right, man, calm down. And you know, you get your 25-year-old barbacks coming out. And they're like, hey man, it's cool, leaving. And the guy's yelling at my barback now. So now I got like, don't get in the middle. Let's just get him. Let's get
just
him
all
out.
kiss
and so anyway,
and get this
we
over
kick him out. The security guard finally comes. He helps me escort these guys out who are like cussing up a storm and like kicking stuff as they're leaving, you know? And then they're like, we're going to see you outside. And this is one of those times where people actually waited outside. Like they kept standing around and they were kind of like looping right around the front of Van Ness, just kind of walking back around. And we're like, all right, we see them. They're there for like an hour. So we call the cops. Cops show up. These guys are not smart enough to leave. And they're like, oh yeah, 3 of them had warrants. We took them. We're gonna take 2 of them in. This other guy we're gonna let go. But you should probably get like, you know, a restraining order against these guys.
Yeah, because they can come back.
Yeah, they can come back. And I was like, okay, restraining order. Never done that before. I'm like, how do I go about doing that? And they're like, oh, it's super easy here in San Francisco. You call this number, you go to this office, you have a restraining order by 5. You're like, okay,
that
cool.
easy.
That fast in San Francisco.
Holy crap.
So,
interesting.
So they never came back to harass you?
They never came back, luckily. Were
you scared?
Not after the police came. Like,
okay.
But walking the mile back to my car was definitely like at 3 a.m. was a little nerve wracking.
Yeah, you don't know what to do.
Because by then I'm like, you know, in other restaurants when you're a bartender, you leave with everybody else, right? But when you're the manager, you're the last one to leave. And so I'm like walking by myself on Van Ness, 3 a.m. and like half a mile to the car. And
Did you do hot girl brass knuckles?
What?
Where you put the keys like in between your knuckles?
Oh, that would have been a great idea. No, I had a pocket knife, so I thought I'd be okay. But, you know, whenever you're dressed in a suit at 3 a.m., you probably shouldn't be walking on the street.
No, not at all, dude. You should have asked some of your employees to just stay with you. Like, hey.
Too long and doing paperwork, especially back then. I was still learning, and I was like, in that situation, I was like by myself as far as managerial wise. I was kind of learning on my own. And so it took me a little while to get things done, but it'd be, you know, 2, 3 in the morning.
That's wild. Was that your last job before going to Texas?
No, that was the one before.
No, yeah,
that
the
was
one
fine dining in San Francisco.
I'm sorry, you did work at Yard House at the time, right before coming to Texas. Damn, dude, I can't imagine having to deal with that. The guy threw a glass against the wall and
2 of them did it. Yeah, 2 of them did it
twice.
Because it was a group of 4, maybe 5. It was a big group. So it was just
I constantly, to go back to shower thoughts, I always think of hypothetical arguments in my head. If someone were ever to get in my face.
You can see his toothbrush.
Yeah, my toothbrush, it looks...
Yell at that toothbrush.
It has
like
a
flat.
middle part. But now I've recently upgraded to an electric toothbrush, so
Very nice.
I don't have that issue. But yeah, I'll have these hypothetical arguments in my mind, and I've just always wondered, in the heat of the moment, am I gonna really when my fight or flight comes kicking in? What am I gonna choose? Like, and I know that I have to analyze the situation. There's like risk assessment, like how big's this guy? If it's a Latin king, probably gonna
with 4 of his buddies.
Yes,
Probably.
Yes, I think I would have moved to Texas sooner than you did. I would have changed my name and entered a witness protection program.
Grow a beard, shave it off. People won't know who you are.
No, man, I don't even look Filipino with facial hair anymore. Maybe that would have been the way to go.
I wish I could grow facial hair.
You guys got the chin thing going on.
That's all we got.
No.
Hey,
Hey, that's all you
patchy.
need. But you would grow a beard if you
strong
could?
mustache he's got going on right now. I wish I could.
Of a bitch.
I wish I could grow something. I've tried. I've done it for after my daughter was born, I got like a month and a half off and couldn't grow anything. Just a month and a half of no shaving.
Was it thicker than his?
No.
No.
I wish.
No, this is the thickest
I
mustache.
wish,
in
like, with
Middleton
all this hair
history.
on top, I wish it would match, the face, man. I wish I could grow a beard or something.
The thickest mustache in Middleton history is your father.
Yeah,
He had a thick
he
stash
had
when
a
I first
weird,
met him.
hairy body.
That's a weird thing to say. We're talking about facial hair, not body hair, dude. I mean, I guess at some point we've all seen our fathers shirtless.
I
but
didn't finish that sentence in my head before it started coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, dude. What a weird sentence to say. But you guys didn't adopt any of that body hair.
Nope.
No, we we didn't adopt it.
I don't know if it's like the Asian or the Mexican. Why we can't grow facial hair? I don't know.
But that makes maintenance quite easy.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because body hair
Very-
hasn't been like an attractive thing since like Tom Jones in the 70s or something. Right?
I don't know, but I think like you
I
only
think the
get
grass is always greener.
like,
You guys want body hair?
I wish I could grow facial hair. I don't care about body hair.
Okay, body. Yeah, I mean,
Body hair you can maintain. I feel like. Well, I don't know. I've never had to maintain.
I mean, I've had like I have a lot of chest hair, and I've used to shave it when I was with my first girlfriend. I think I've talked about this before in the past. I used to shave it when I was with my ex-girlfriend, and it would get to the stage where it was like prickly. Right?
Right.
Because it thickens every single time you like shave it. And so I would be basically a cactus. My chest would be a prickly pear.
Like a short haircut, right?
No, a short haircut feels great. You know, you could like run your fingers like against it. But with this, I'm sorry, you need some like workout gloves if you're gonna touch this thing.
Yikes.
And I would be on top of her because of
Because you guys are wrestling, practicing wrestling. moves.
Absolutely WWE style.
that's what it was. I wanted
drops.
so badly to be Ric Flair, and she was my practice partner. But yeah, exactly. You guys don't have to deal with that.
No, well, I mean, I shave my armpits. Do you still shave your armpits?
Occasionally.
I shave my armpits, but it's
I
one of those things where
maintain.
you have to kind of like keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Because once you make the decision, you kind of have to keep up with it.
Well, yeah, it's like kind of the same thing with your prickly thing. Like, it gets prickly, man. So,
Yeah.
so you-
Well, what was the purpose behind shaving armpits? I know that you say like it's cleaner, like so the aesthetic aspect of it.
I
but
think that was for sure what it was for me. And then
It
I was like
smells
at a
less.
pool too. Like my first job, I was a lifeguard, so we were just like, I don't know. It just looked better when
and
you're
it keeps you aerodynamic. You gotta save someone.
for fighting. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And who wasn't vain at like 18 years old? You know what I mean? Like I was like, I gotta look good.
Well, do you still do it now?
Yeah, but just to maintain. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Man,
just
because
to-
I've never done that. Have you guys shaved your legs before?
no.
No.
I don't really. Half my legs don't grow hair.
Do you wish you had the other half?
Just wish it was even.
You wish there was some insulation.
Again, the grass is always greener. I bet if I was hairy thighed, I'd think I wish I wasn't. But since I have no hair on my thighs,
I just think that hair is such a weird, like as humans that have evolved to this point in life, I think that hair is in some areas is such a weird evolutionary, not even a perk, just a trait. Because like hair on my legs isn't gonna save my life.
No.
neither will the hair on your balls if we're really
the
going to get into
beard
it.
Yeah.
would.
Would it?
Like maybe the beard would be like, I want the bearded guy, and I'd be like, oh.
That's not saving your life.
Maybe,
But you don't know.
If
Zombie
you-
apocalypse. Someone's like, hey, you got a beard. You're coming with me.
but that's like not nature. That's just like human
bitch.
preference. Yeah, like oh, you have a weird beard fetish, and good thing I'm in the zombie apocalypse where you have that fetish. So
Absolutely.
Come here, Helga.
okay, thanks for choosing
Helga.
me. Hair on our heads, and I get it for warmth. Maybe like if we lived in Alaska, facial hair like can save you. But like the
I don't believe
scarce,
the Inuit people have very facially dense hair.
you don't think so?
I've never seen an Inuit person with a beard. Have you?
No, not on National Geographics.
No, me neither.
I feel like all I see is a cartoon when I think of Alaska. So
Igloos.
igloos,
Okay, this is turning.
big puffy jackets.
I think facial hair is something that is of a bygone era, and if you have a beard, you're a gross human being.
No, that's a big lie because you've been trying to get me to grow my beard. Weirdly, you've been trying every November
You look
hits.
good with a beard.
Thank you. Other people think differently.
Beards look cool.
but
The
mine
grass is always greener.
Yeah.
grass is always greener. But I've told some people have told me like, oh, it's homeless Christian guys, and that was back in 2016. And since then, I did not want to grow a beard.
It's
Fuck
either
that
got to be
person.
like fully grown or not at all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
You can
so.
fully grow a beard in 12 hours.
This is 6 days, and this is like I'm gonna shave it today. Yeah.
Can you shave it but keep the mustache 5 o'clock shadow for a little bit?
I'll send you a picture.
Yes.
But
Are you gonna be like in your towel, just like shower picture? There you go, bud.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
Just to Alejandro. This is how close of
Hey,
co-hosts
best friends.
we really
Best
are.
friends forever. I get it.
Not to that extent. I wouldn't.
ICBTB Dropbox.
Alex tells us all about you. It's okay.
I feel so honored that you talked to me about your. Oh, really? Oh, man.
We're so happy you've been together for so long.
It's been. How long have I known this guy? I moved to Benicia in 2005.
It's been 2 weeks since you looked at
That's
me.
16 years. But we weren't really good friends until like the end of high school.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah,
before
yeah.
that, he was still douchey.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
This guy like
I was there
took
for
my
that.
lunch from me in front of the lockers, took my lunch from me, and made me chase him.
I've heard the stories. I've heard the
It's-
story. They must be traumatic.
I don't remember that.
Having
Oh.
to revisit them every day when you see this guy.
Oh, yes. No, but he's created more douchey memories in my lockbox that is my mind that those eventually get pushed
balance out?
back.
So is he like Stifler in your brain? Like in your group of friends? Is
He's
he
that
the
guy.
Is he the Stifler?
He is Stifler.
I don't like the Stifler reference.
No, Stifler's cool, dude. Sean William Scott is dope.
Stifler's mom is dope.
He was a fun party guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he'd make those faces that you make, like, you know, like,
He was
oh,
that
faces?
guy.
that face. That's the face that you make
When have I ever done that?
all the
thing?
time.
Actually, you don't do that one, but I do have a bunch of thumbnails. Like when I edit, there'll be so many funny faces that I know I can't use because you'll be like, dude, why'd you use this as a thumbnail? And your mouth is like wide open because you're screaming at either me or the guest.
I have never screamed in my life.
Never.
Oh,
Very quiet person.
was he a
Namaste.
loud child growing up?
Oh, for sure. I think we both were, though.
Really?
I always thought I was pretty shy.
You know, but not in the family, though.
No,
What do you guys have in common as brothers?
nothing.
No,
Zero.
there's something.
Not one thing.
Not one thing. I don't know if we really have that much in common as far as like we love video games. He's way more into comic books. I feel like everything he's super into, I'm into, but like the light version.
Ah,
You know, he's the MGD, and I'll be like, you know,
NGD Light.
what's
Miller Lite.
what's
Miller
the what's
Lite.
the one that comes in like this is champagne of beers? High Life.
Miller High Life.
Yeah. You're
Oh.
MGD, I'm Miller High Life. You know?
I like that analogy. Okay.
I'm genuine draft, bro.
Interesting. And have you guys always gone along since you were kids, or was there like rough patches, just like the typical brother chemistry of having like, you know?
I
'cause-
think we fought a lot like brothers do. We fought a lot like brothers do. But we also got along on a lot of levels too, you know.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to coach Alex when he played high school football for a little bit.
So lucky.
And then and then he left me the next year, so you know,
I left you because I went to JV.
and I also stopped coaching. So
so you make it sound more dramatic.
Yeah.
He left me in the dust.
It's like he aged. Christian, he did this thing where he aged the next year, and it's like, why are you doing this?
That's weird. Just stop time and just, you know.
but he's taller. He's faster.
Did that do okay? My brother being taller than me did something to like my ego because I thought I was gonna be that tall. Did it make you feel weird when he reached your height and you're like, okay, cool, and then he just did not stop?
Tell us about it.
I think that happened fast. You know, like I don't really. I remember him being here, and then I remember him being here. You know, it's probably all one growth spurt. But yeah, man. No, I never had the envy for it. You know, but I did wish, like, you know, because he would, like I said, taller, a little bit faster. You know, he was playing ball. I'm like, I was like second string, and he was doing much better than I was at that point. So it would have been cool, but. At the same time, I loved the improv. I went to as many improv shows as I could. My friends in high school were all in improv. So if there was a choice that I would have made between the two, it probably would have been that, you know, to try to follow that footsteps. But, you know,
I mean, have you ever tried improv before?
I haven't. I wish I could have done it a little bit in high school, but I was so involved in football that I just never had time.
Which is cool. It seems like those are the two, right, when there is that fork in the road, because I do have friends that like, and like you keep saying, grass is always green on the other side. We're always going to want what we didn't get enough of, like in our past.
Well, like in high school too, it wasn't like they had you couldn't join later. Like I think the thing was like tryouts were during the end of football season and stuff like that. So they'd be like, oh, we're not going to work with it or whatever it was. And so I just chose my lane.
I like the voice, by the way.
Sorry, I don't know why I add voices to like just like other situations. But
It sounds
that's
like
totally,
you're great at improv.
That's the voice that people would make when they talk to me. So
That's the voice you hear.
When we tell this story later, it's gonna be like Christian was like, "I have it," and like,
Hey, man.
did Christian sound like that? I'll be like,
Everybody's
"God,
Kermit
yeah,
the
sure."
Frog to you. Everyone's like, you know.
I watch a lot of child shows right now. I watch a lot
That's what happens when you
of
have
Nick
kids.
Jr.
And you enjoy that?
As much as a father could.
man, because I think I'll enjoy that when I'm a father.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Caillou?
You learned to zone out. Oh,
have
they
not.
canceled Caillou.
Thank
they canceled
God.
Caillou.
Fuck Caillou,
So-
bro.
Are they still doing the Wiggles? They're still up and running, right? Because
That wasn't my
the Wiggles.
generation of children. My children were Frozen and Moana.
Okay.
So a lot of Frozen and Moana.
In high school, you liked a lot of Moana. Oh, I'm sorry. That's something different. We want to do an improv scene.
Yeah, we're gonna do an improv scene.
And Matt, you said you've never done improv, so
Never
this
done
could be
improv
fun.
before.
So let's we'll just go ahead and we'll just take it from there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, highly erect.
Yo, all right, guys, come on, gather up. The name of our rap group is gonna be the Big Beavers.
The Big Beavers.
All right, I'll be Big C. We got Big A over here, and we got Big B over there.
You know what? Just due to my size, I'd like to be little something.
Oh, you want to be Lil something?
Yeah.
All right, but we got to put the apostrophe after the Lil.
Okay.
It can't be Little.
I think it's just ironic. you know.
Okay. What's your name gonna be?
Little Man.
Little. I mean, we gotta work on that. I don't know if Little Man is gonna sell.
I think it's good. I think it's big time.
All right, Lil Man. If you want to be Lil Man, you just sound like you're someone's son.
Little Man. Bow, bow, bow. You don't see the beauty?
Oh, you're gonna do your own your own horns too?
Absolutely.
I'm having second thoughts about this rap group.
You could have I could do yours too.
Oh, okay, what's mine gonna sound like?
Boop, boop.
Oh, a different horn. It's not the same horn.
Well, you can't all have the same horn.
I guess so.
He's right. We do have to have different horns.
All right, what's Big A's horn gonna sound like?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
Oh, he's gonna have that.
Yeah, well, I'm working on it.
All right.
Can you please?
Let's do our first track. Lil Man, it looks like you wrote this track, this single that you're bringing to the Big Beavers. It's called Spitfire.
Spitfire. Little Man. Bow, bow, bow.
And that's the song.
Oh, well, that's just...
Okay,
I
go
thought we
ahead
just-
and put that down on vinyl. That's good to go.
All right.
And then Big C, go ahead and hit your 6 bars.
Okay. This is still on the Spitfire track?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. I wrote this last night. Spitfire. Hellfire. Hit the blunt. I get higher. Do it cool. I do it fast. I do it nice until it lasts.
Till it lasts.
Are you going to do the ad-libs?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Wait.
generally we wait until you get back in the booth to do ad libs, but that's fine. That's
You
fine.
know, I think it's more organic this way.
We usually...
Yes, but you're not on mic. That's the thing. You're not in the booth. You're just screaming through the door.
You're doing it from outside, so it sounds like ambient noise.
I just want them to feel it. You know, like he's in the booth, he can feel it. Then I'm going to say it right there.
Okay. We're going to get back to you, Lil Man. We're going to hear Big A's verse on Spitfire.
Okay.
All right. Go spit your bars.
With my eyes awake, I do no cake. With my butt open, I do no soaps.
Open.
Yeah, Big A has this little thing with him that he does dirty butt rap.
There you go.
So his whole thing is about not washing his butt with soap, which is fine too. All right, let's go to track 2. Lil Man, it looks like you brought this one to us as well. This one's
Lil
called
Man?
Burnt Toast. Can you hear
Burnt Toast.
Let us know how does that track start?
Oh, it goes, burnt toast in my living room. Had it with eggs. Want some bacon and cheese and Lil Man. Whoop, whoop.
Ah, man, as much as I want to say that's fire, it's lukewarm at
Oh,
best.
man, come on, man. I've been working on that one for weeks.
For weeks? You worked on that for weeks?
That rolled right off the tongue, man. I could...
Cut to Lil Man weeks ago working on this burnt toast rap.
should I go like French toast, burnt toast? Oh, breakfast. It's going to be breakfast.
Honey, can you keep it down? The kids are trying to sleep.
It's going to be bacon and eggs.
It's
Mom?
10 p.m.
Dad, what's
Danny,
that noise?
Danny, go to sleep. It's just Dad trying to pursue
bacon
his
and
rap
eggs
career.
and coffee and toast.
Is he
What
doing
you
the
think?
thing? Oh no, is he doing the thing again?
Little
Mom?
man.
Honey,
Little man's little man.
you are shouting at the kids. You don't even know who you are
He needs to
anymore.
feel the music, okay? This is all about. You don't see what I'm doing for the both of us? This is for all of us. We're gonna make it one day.
Okay,
And
cut back to the studio. I'm so sorry that your wife and kids left you. It's very heartbreaking.
Honestly, I would have left you years ago, but
She
hey.
took 75%.
75% of what did you guys even have?
We had no contracts yet. We were still auditioning.
Cut to 10 years later when Lil Man is accepting his first Grammy.
And the award for Best Rapper goes to Lil Man.
Little man. Blah, blah.
Lil Man has won 4 Grammys.
Oh, man. You said I couldn't do it.
2 nominations.
You said I couldn't do it.
And
Back
last
in
year,
NX.
his Broadway show
Back
opened
in
on top
NX.
of the world. Literally, it was
Thank
on
you.
top of the Himalayan mountains on Mount Everest.
Whoop, whoop.
It's the highest show ever. It's a horrible show, but it's literally on top of the world.
Big C. Wah, wah.
Cut to the boardroom meeting where we have a bunch of bigwig executive producers trying to produce the first Lil Man biopic.
I think we should have Lil Man play Lil Man.
That's absolutely incredible.
We can do the computer graphics things to make him look young, like Robert De Niro did in The Irishman.
Absolutely, and I could agree with that. I mean,
I would just like to say, my son is not as pretty as I am, so I would like you to find someone that looks as good as I do. Like, Lil Man. Lil
Yeah,
Man. Whoop, whoop.
okay, perfect. I love that he's not listening at all. So good. We will keep that in mind.
interesting that he thinks his son is uglier than him.
I thought
It's like nobody asked
you
about
said
his
Little
son.
Man, so we're both Little Man. I just thought you were talking about that Little Man, because usually
Your son
y'all-
goes by the rap name of Big C's.
multiple C's, yes.
Yeah.
multiple.
And I
C's.
hear that he only raps in spite of you because of his ruined childhood.
And tell us about
Hey,
that
it's
beef.
all-
Do you
it's
want
all
that
great
part of the
agony.
movie?
You know, it's all, if I didn't give him that agony, he would have nothing to rap about. So,
Cut to the YouTube beef video that Big C's posted. Rapping in spite of his father.
Yo, Dad, you never loved me like I wanted to. You used to come home with a big water tube of money and you throw it at me. I just wanted hugs. Can't you see? I want you to be my friend. Now we ain't seen each other till the end. And you dying, Dad. I know you is. Because I see you in the bed and I throw you this. Because you get so lit. I get so bit. Now I banging with the girls in the Cadillac.
Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news. Dun, 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 dun. Big C's is canceled because of his terrible rap. Okay. Cut back to Lil Man's response video to Big C's his son.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum. That's my intro. Lil Man. Okay.
Lil
okay.
Man, we haven't started your track yet. It sounds like you are.
Yeah, you're already going.
On my own hype.
Yes.
On my own hype.
Hey,
I'm
just
start it.
record. Just hit record
Can
and
you
let him do it.
turn up
Okay.
that snare? Can you turn up that snare?
I haven't pressed the button yet.
Just
You're
go
doing
ahead.
your own snare.
Just tell him yes. Yes, we are
Yes,
recording.
yes, Lil Man.
Honestly, I just think if
Big
we just
C.
let him do this thing and
Yeah.
just let him tire himself out, we won't have to worry
So
about
We
it.
little.
won't have to. I think he's. For
I'm
some
winning.
reason, everyone loves this,
Hey.
though.
Hey,
Hey.
if people think
Lil
he's going to sell
Man.
records, we'll
Whoop,
do it.
whoop.
We'll do it.
His song is
Whoop, whoop,
garbage.
whoop.
It's,
It's garbage.
it's like, when a chef
is a
learns
rap
how to
retort.
cook but then loses his taste
Retort
buds
rap.
after like so
Uh.
many years.
Yeah.
Can
It's
you
like he
dig it?
lost his rap buds.
Sucker.
Yeah. And it's. I think.
Yeah.
Is he doing a Booker T impression?
I think
Yeah,
he's
Spin a
going
Rooney.
crazy.
Ooh.
Did he say spin? We can't produce this.
Spin a Rooney.
We can't
Yeah.
produce this.
Hall of Fame.
Cut
Little
to
Man.
Lil Man's reality TV show, Finding Love with the Lil Man.
Previously on Finding Love with Little Man. I told you, Little Man, that you would never be with me. I said that I would be with you. No, Little Man, take your hands off me. No. Hey, baby, I didn't mean to do that to you. I just thought that maybe we could go down to the park and really apologize. Okay, Little Man, let's go down to the park. Oh, my God, it's a picnic. This is shot down. Oh, my God. Yeah, baby girl, I got this whole picnic planned out for you. Now on Love with
Lil
Little
Man.
Man.
Little Man.
Lil Man, I just feel like I have this deep connection with you.
Yeah, Little Man feels it.
That's so sweet.
Little Man feels it. You're the most specialist of all the 12 girls here.
Cut to the second girl. Lil Man, I'm sorry. If you're gonna go with Deborah, then this thing ain't gonna work. I got these boobs jobs for you.
Listen, you got them for yourself. And Little Man respects you, okay?
Cut to the third. Little Man, I just think that if you wanted to love me for who I am on the inside, you wouldn't care about my oh,
Little Man loves you.
oh my God.
You are the one that I've been waiting for my whole life.
Oh, Little Man.
Little Man. Wah, wah.
Scene. Oh my God. Honestly, Lil Man is my favorite. I Lil Man is my favorite fabricated celebrity that does not exist.
Completely great arc. Great like comeback. I imagine on his deathbed he also got the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Grammys. Because they're just like, in retrospect, we only gave him 1 Grammy and he should have gotten everything.
Lifetime award.
Lil Man is on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for being a hip hop artist.
It's like when they like brought in Biggie Smalls to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, did you guys run out of people? Did you run out of rock stars?
Yeah, because I'm not a rock star.
stars.
We'll let it slide, but
Okay.
next year you gotta have a real rock star. No more of this NWA shit.
And then Lil Man's the next person.
Little man.
When I was big man, I was.
He was never. He was always a big man.
My
But
God.
he was always little man.
Matt, I wish that you had just taken reign on your rap career when you were 19 and become Lil Man.
Little man. Yeah, hey, that's a great persona.
We're not done yet. You could still bring him back.
I could, and we'll just have to see what the channel has in store.
Yeah, you would eventually change your name from Brown B to Lil. I'm so happy that your name was Lil Man. It's honestly, I'm tearing up at how hilarious that was.
We recently both just found out that the baby is not Lil Baby.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they're two different rappers and people. Their music sounds nothing alike.
They
They
were
don't
both on
look
the
alike at all.
Grammys.
But they just both have baby in their name, and it's very confusing for
Happened to
somebody
come
like
out like
me.
almost at the exact same time for
Yeah.
all of us.
They're running out of rap names. That's why.
Two babies.
Yeah.
Too many at one time.
Yeah,
There were a lot of Lils at one time, though, right?
Everyone-
That was
Lil.
Lil was very popular in 2000. Lil Wayne, Lil Buggy.
And then now you have some bigs like Big Sean. I mean,
Yeah.
Big,
Big Sean.
big Fat Joe.
Big Fat
Okay.
Fat
No,
Joe
Fat
is just Fat
Big-
Joe.
yeah,
you,
Fat Joe.
you saying Big Fat Joe is insulting
Shade
him.
being thrown.
Big Fat Joe.
Big Fat
There's
Joe.
a Big Fat Liar. there's
Oh, we're doing movies now.
Big Little Man.
Anything with big in it?
Big Little Giant. I think there's.
Big Little Giant is I think is a movie.
I thought it was a video game.
Oh, Little Big World is I
Little
think what
Big
you're
One.
thinking
That's what I
of.
was looking for.
Holy shit.
Hey, you get it though. You get my humor.
Lil Man, that was honestly, I love that you're doing your own ad libs and producing your own music right there. And then this is what I love improv about. Like it's just
Hey,
It's never
that was,
wrong.
That was fun.
magic on the spot.
That was my first time, guys.
And you killed it. And guess what? It's recorded for eternity.
I was very concerned I would like do the Michael from The Office where I'm like, nobody move. I gotta go.
Oh, his go-to improv move.
His go-to improv.
Give me all
moves.
your guns.
Give me all.
Like, Michael, please don't shoot
like-
anyone in improv.
Boom. Michael's gone.
Such a funny rule. Don't kill anyone during the scene.
Which is not a real rule in my book of improv.
Oh, I've seen you break, I think, every improv rule, and we just roll with it.
But
Are they
sometimes it
commandments?
works
Are they what are the big rules? What's like the top two?
Don't say no.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the coup de grace.
Always yes and yeah.
Yes, and
You don't generally want to like inside jokes aren't like the best thing, like especially if it's from like earlier in the show or whatever.
Right.
But we have gotten away with really good like looks like we'll say something and then like look at the crowd. Like we've gotten a couple. We've
Yeah.
both gotten kills on that one.
Yeah, you just have to. Yeah, you got to read the room.
Yeah,
sure.
and know your partner.
You know, set the
Best
setting
friends forever,
and what you're doing.
for sure.
Basically that's it, and
Always kiss at the end.
that's his rule.
Where's Otis? Where's Otis for the?
That one doesn't involve him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
miss
those
that
kisses
guy.
are just for me. And Christian.
Otis is always just trying to kiss people.
And we don't want his kisses.
No, we say stop kissing me,
Why
Otis.
not?
By
It's
the way,
Otis.
Stop Kissing Us Soda stickers are for sale on our shop at ICBTB.com.
Yeah, check it out on the website.
Matt, tell us about your show. Where can people find you? Where can people see you?
Yeah, so my show is Millennials Drink. You can find on Instagram as Millennials Drink, which will have a link to my YouTube, which is also Millennials Drink. So
Nice. Nice. All straightforward.
absolutely. And if you have any ideas or wines that you'd like to share with me or have me share with the world, I'd love to do it. millennialsdrink@gmail.com.
Have you done Snoop Dogg's wine yet?
I have tried it. I have not done it on the show.
Would you want to do a head-to-head of Snoop Dogg's wine against like Charles Woodson's wine?
Absolutely. I'd love to drink Charles Woodson's wine.
There we go.
Cool. Hell yeah. Check him out, Baddies, because it's a great show. And I'm really excited for what's to come with it.
You could do like The Rock's tequila versus George Clooney's tequila. You could do
Absolutely. I love tequila.
hey, you could do like,
Bryan Cranston's and Aaron Paul's tequila.
Oh, I didn't know they had one.
Yeah, Dos Hombres. They have their
Dos
own line of
Hombres.
tequila.
You could do like Stone Cold Steve Austin's beer and
His beer is good.
Sammy Hagar's
Cabo Wabo.
There you go.
Tequila. There you go.
Crazy that all these like celebrities just
You
eventually.
gotta spend the money when you
You can also
when you
get some
get off
rosé,
cocaine.
some
You
Hampton
gotta spend
Waters
the money.
by Bon Jovi. Little rosé action.
Hampton Waters
Hampton
is something that I
Waters.
would never want to put in my mouth.
That is his rosé. and
That
he-
sounds like syphilis on the beach.
it,
How is Ryan Reynolds
Gin?
gin? Yeah,
making out like a bandit. I
It's
mean,
pretty
it's
good.
good. It's
It's-
good. I think
it's a
what I
decent
like about
American
it is
gin.
there's not a lot of juniper
Nope.
and flavor to it, so it's a
It's a very
very
smooth,
bland gin. So you can add
Yeah.
whatever flavor you want to.
It's a very clear, clean American style gin, as opposed to like a Icelandic gin or
Dutch gin or Geneva.
or a botanist gin, which is very fragrant and floral.
botanist. Oh man, I see. I don't know anything about gin. This is why I need your show.
Bartending school here. We'll teach
Both
you
you guys
bartend.
know. Yeah. I mean,
But yeah.
I'm interested. Please teach me how to like make certain drinks so that I could eventually do it at a party and feel cool.
Just looking at us, who do you think is a better bartender?
Oh,
Oh, that's hard, dude. I can't just do that from looks.
I mean, I think you could, but it's all right.
I think you could. Who do you think is a better bartender?
Matt.
Cut the show. Shut the shit off. Turn this the fuck
Thank you
off.
so much. I'd like to thank my mother, Heidi.
Follow us on ICBTB podcast.
Yep. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Cheers.